What's going on, everyone? So you may or may not know me. I am the Eclectic Collector on YouTube. End of last year, I did a video with Judd Constantine, who I came into contact with through Hero Bishop. And ever since we did that video, I've been trying to figure out where in the world this elusive magician has gone off to. I don't know if he's in some back alley somewhere, taking on backyard witches, taking on some, junkyard dogs. There's a lot of rabies infested raccoons out there spouting, verses from the Necronomicon and whatnot. So Judd is a popular man. He's always in demand somewhere or another. And it took some, wrangling, took some hunting down, but I got with my friend, Hero Bishop. I flew out to Kentucky. We sat down while I was there. I got a tattoo from the man. He's an incredible piece. I'm super thankful to him for that. But through all our labors, we ended up being able to hunt this man down, and via webcam, I got an exclusive interview with him. So we're going to talk to Judd Constantine. So I hope you're all excited for this video.
Nerdcore, the sickest channel around. Subscribe, bruh.
Well, the last time I think I saw Judd was we were having a Friday the 13th sale, and there was a man of Middle Eastern descent out in the parking lot levitating and shit. And Judd was out there pouring a circle of salt around him, shouting some shit about, "There's only room for one mystic man in this town, boy," or some shit like that. It was kind of unnecessary. My wife's somewhat of a mystic herself, so she might know some people that we can get in touch with if you want to get a meeting in person with this fucking guy.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man.
All right.
I just want to track him down. So, Judd, I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I know that you had some other plans going on. You were going to crush some PBRs with the Hellcats, your crew of necromancers, and you put that off to do this interview. So again, thank you for doing this. I've got several questions I want to ask you. I'll try to keep it brief so that you can get back to demon hunting and all the other stuff you got going on. But the first question that I have for you is, so you're hanging out at Waffle House, and a she-devil starts ranting and raving that she's going to turn the place into a femboy Hooters if somebody doesn't get her some goddamn butter waffles. What do you do in that situation? What kind of incantation do you have at the ready for something like that?
No problem, Bub. I'll do what I can for the people, but you're gonna have to excuse me. Two things. I'm at a demonology convention, and I had to pop out to here in the hallway to do this interview. I'm a busy man, and you might notice something different about me. I grew a mustache because I was tired of people mistaking me for that slick-talking city slicker, Judd Constantine. It's Judd Constantine, baby, the one and only Hickblazer. But to answer your question, man, first of all, nobody better be harassing me or trying to stop me when I'm enjoying my Southern hibachi. Whoa. That's what we call Waffle House, buddy, Southern hibachi. And if a she-devil, she-demon, whatever the fuck comes in there, threatening to do this and that, this will be a femboy Hooters, blah, 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 I'm going to do one thing, Bubba. I'm going to run in the back of that Waffle House. I'm going to take that old Crisco cooking grease off the grill that's been blessed by every Southern Baptist fucking minister in all of the motherfucking South. And I'm going to heat it up on the grill, splash it on that sumbitch, and melt her to the ground. And then that puddle of filth will become some nice polish for the floor in there.
Interesting. So my next question is it true that you once exorcised a demon from a porta potty using nothing but a Hank William Jr.'s cassette and a can of Busch Light?
Actually, Bubba, close, but it wasn't a porta potty. It was a bathroom at Flealand, which, by the way, is one of Kentucky's national treasures. Biggest flea mart in the damn, probably in the universe, man. But it was a bathroom in there, which is pretty much a damn porta potty. It was a Coors Light, but it was also, what I put in there was a few of these classic Kentucky's Best cigarettes, which I don't smoke silk cuts. That's all about Kentucky's best. And they were blessed by a medicine man out in Arkansas. And it was not a Hank Williams Jr. cassette, you know, God bless Hank Williams, but it was actually the No Life Till Leather demo by Metallica, which was really hard to get. Had to trade Sandman's amulet to a dude out in San Diego for that. But we got the job done, baby. Demon was exorcised. Next question.
All right, yeah, I can see that. So my next question is it true that you were possessed at your local speedway by the spirit of Dale Earnhardt?
Now, first of all, Bubba, I just want to say, raise hell, praise Dale, baby. You know, man, I've been possessed by a lot of spirits, man, a lot of demons. Hell, there's a couple of them rattling around inside me, man. One from South America, one from New York, you know, LA, couple, you know, man, you got to keep the demons at bay, baby. But I've never had the honor of being possessed by the great, man, the greatest, Dale. I do, however, have a little altar when I'm doing rituals, and one of the things on there is a Dale Earnhardt candle, man. Gone too soon, baby. Rest in peace.
So you're covered in tattoos, that's a given. How many of them are sacred magical emblems, and how many of them are just scribbles and scratches from a backdoor gas station tattoo artist?
All right, Bubba. As the youth say, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. All the ones on my face, which we'll go into another time, and I can break down the different incantations they produce, the different spells of protection, the different mind warping, mind bending, reality shaping things they do. We can get into that another time, but it's only the ones on the face, Bubba. Most of the other ones, about 200 or so of them, man, I'm covered all over my whole fucking body. But most of them, about 200 or so of them, was kind of ones I got at seance parties where we were all doing seances, and somebody brought over a tat gat to tat everybody up. Some people call it a tat gun. Professionals call it a machine. But you know, man, some of them were at seance parties, things like that. But a lot of them were in back alley, backs of Casey's, back in the back of a Piggly Wiggly, Speedway, different types of places like that, man. Because I go to a lot of these places, expel old ghosts, like old butchers and old gas station attendants, man. Get them demons up out of there. Some people, man, out here in the South, we work on the barter system. So I have traded a lot of my magical work for tattoos.
Now for the hard-hitting questions. What's the difference between a poltergeist, a redneck poltergeist, and a hillbilly poltergeist?
Now that's a loaded question, Bubba. And it depends on what part of the country you're in, man. I've been all around this motherfucker, all around the world, really. Even it depends on what universe you're in. But your standard run-of-the-mill poltergeist, man, they can take on any identity. They can be a hip-hopper, spitting wicked and evil rhymes on you to haunt you and your whole family. They can be a goddamn gamer on YouTube that you're fucking, you're just laying in bed and the goddamn PlayStation 8 or whatever the fuck it is, or the fork knife game just pops on and spooks you and pops right out of the TV. But the hillbilly variations, man, there ain't really no difference between them, man. They're all a culmination of rednecks, hillbillies, bull riders, goddamn gas station vape kratom selling attendants, man. And it's just like there's such a rich history of hillbilliness out here in the South that when those spirits die, man, they all form together and they go through the damn sewer systems out into the fields, into the prairies, into the cow patties, and then they mix together like a little stew and emerge as your standard Southern poltergeist.
So I have to ask, why do you see it fit to wear a trench coat in 100-degree weather? Just looking at you, I'm honestly busting a sweat myself.
You want an honest answer, buddy? This is how you separate the boys from the men. It's humid as hell out here. I'm sweating like a dick-eating dog. but I still wear my trench coat because it's a symbol of power, authority, and magic. It's easy for John Constantine to walk around London or wherever the fuck he is when it's nice and cool outside with his trench coat. But I bet if that boy was out here in 100-degree weather, humidity drowning him like a wet blanket, that pussy would take his trench coat off. So yeah, man, it's all about separating the boys from the men. Do I get severely dehydrated, drinking moonshine all the time, smoking cigarettes, having about 1 drink of water a day and wearing a trench coat? Yeah. But guess what, baby? I got integrity.
Do you consider growing your own tobacco a spiritual ritual?
You're damn right that's a spiritual ritual, boy. We put the tobacco out there and we grow it right next to the wacky weed in the tomatoes that we're going to use for fried green tomatoes, man. Those are 3 key symbols of every Southern Magi's garden, man. Tobacco, wacky weed, and tomatoes for fried green tomatoes. And why is it spiritual? Because every year when we plant the seeds for the harvest, we meditate in the woods. We get in touch with the woodland spirits. Some people might know them as Swamp Thing. We know them as Creek Thing. We get in touch with Creek Thing. We get in touch with some spooky sprites out of the woods. We get in touch with our Native American ancestors. And we really reconnect with nature, man. Sometimes we reconnect so damn hard, I wake up naked 2 weeks later in the woods, don't know how I got there. But yeah, man, long story short, growing tobacco, definitely spiritual.
All right, so my next question is, do you bless your Chuck Maureen before ghost hunts, or is she already warded by the ZZ Top tape in the 8-track and the Confederate flag mud flaps?
100% Bubba, she's ready to go when I need her. Some people call it hell on wheels. Some people call it the Hick sled. Some people call it Hickblazer's Cadillac, baby. It's not a Cadillac, it's a damn truck, but you know, in my mind, I imagine that it's a Cadillac from time to time. But no, man, it definitely comes blessed with the 8-track tape, with the Dixie Land mud flaps, but there's a little something extra in there too, man. Every time I get a tank of gas, I grind up the bones of every witch doctor that I've defeated. And that just adds a little more juju to it, Bubba.
Is it true your grimoire is just an old Bass Pro Shop catalog with esoteric scribbles in the margins?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Bubba. That's very true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. In my early years of becoming a Magi, man, it wasn't like no school of Harry Potter shit, man. I was working a part-time job at Bass Pro Shop. I was turning tricks, and I was going to the local library to rent out these esoteric books and copy what I needed into the Bass Pro Shop magazine. So yeah, Bubba, that's true.
So, what's more dangerous? Summoning a horned up demon or interrupting your Aunt Lydia while she's watching Judge Judy?
Man, I've fought and defeated a lot of demons in my time, man. But none of them sons of bitches was as silver-tongued, wicked, and evil as my aunt. But it ain't interrupting her near Judge Judy that's the problem, man. It's interrupting her when she's watching reruns of The Golden Girls or Bonanza. Man, that's like damn family scriptures, bro, out in the South, man. That's the shit that shaped my auntie's life, man. And if you walk in that motherfucker while she's doing that, you best believe she's gonna throw some daggers at your ass. So yeah, man, way more dangerous.
Well, thanks for taking time away from fighting the spawn of hell, your ex-wife's divorce attorney, to talk to me. It's been an enlightening experience, to say the least. I hope genuinely that this isn't the last time our paths cross. Maybe next time I'm out in Kentucky, you and I could meet up and share an Arizona iced tea or something, because I don't drink. But thanks again for hanging out with me. I appreciate your time. And to the demons out there that are just waiting to be slain, I wish you the best of luck.
Like I said, brother, it's no problem. I'm happy to set the record straight and prove to everybody that I'm the greatest Magi in the world. What I mean by that is fuck John Constantine. This is Judd Constantine, the one and only Hickblazer. And maybe next time we can get together in person for a more intimate conversation. But Hey, man, let me just leave it with this right here. Hickblazer, out.